feel good today. What is up, DTL Universe? I'm your boy, the coach, and we are here every single weekday live on Stadium. Also, for you OGs on our YouTube channel as well. This is your daily sports and sports betting brand of record. And whenever you get to a Thursday morning, you just feel good because that means in September, it's the start of the NFL week. And tonight, we're all over the Patriots and the Jets. And we've got to look forward because, damn it, I do not want to look back. Yesterday, not our best day as a show. However, as Charles will very soon tell you, he is still on a high from that plus 190, cashing in the last minute of stoppage time last night to kind of save the show just a little bit. My boy AB, though, hitting his over as well. Now, we've got a lot of content here at DTL. There you see all of our different shows, including tonight. Now, we are preempted on Stadium this evening. However, we will still have DTL Primetime Live, as always, at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on our YouTube channel. We also have a Sunday morning show at 10 a.m. Eastern as well during the NFL season. Now, as always, we have a fresh podcast as well. I'm telling you, my guys grind every single day. Fresh content. It's not just the audio from the morning show. 2 p.m. Eastern, it drops. For you premium members, for you crew members, you get the video right here on the premium side of our YouTube page. Now, as always, our man Howie Schwab is always looking down. He would have loved this time of year, but he is always here. Here are the choices for all of you. We need you to vote, and we will reveal the vote at the end of the show. Patriots +6. Jets -6. Over 38.5. Ooh, the total, or let's go under 38.5. Get your vote in, and we can all do it and do it together. I'm just watching myself on Amazon Prime or Roku TV or YouTube TV or the Stadium app or watchstadium.com. We are everywhere. And damn it, I got the best crew in the business. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the picks. Oh, look who I got today for my absolute very best. My numbers guy, Rafael Esparza, is here. Good morning, Rafael.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, crew. It's a Thursday night football, and we have college football. It's like Christmas Eve today.
It truly is. He's the only 5-star chef in the game. Seabass, good morning.
Coach, crew, good morning, everybody. Yeah. So, like I told you, I predicted it yesterday. I was going to have a rough Wednesday, but I love a good Thursday, so we're back on Thursday.
I'm so glad that you predicted your bad day of picks. Thank you, Seabass. A positive, though, Ryan's Gary in the chat says the new intro is fire. That was courtesy of AB. Thank you, AB. Now, look at the smile on the face right above Seabass. Almost like he's a new person today. Live from Memphis, Tennessee. DG, are you feeling better today, sir?
Coach, we're back. I feel like I'm a new man. I don't know where the energy came from. I went to bed sick, woke up I'm still positive. I just tested this morning. But listen, I feel great.
You look great. Yeah, my man is playing hurt. He's had COVID all week. But the beauty of a remote show, he can still get it done. Now, he hasn't seen his family in 6 days, but it's all good. It's all good. Now, this man truly is the producer of the show. And sometimes you just got to step aside. And this morning, as I'm trying to do our little production meeting, Charles had to jump in because he's on a high. And once again, even though you had an X, you still had the best day of the cruise. So, Charles, Big Chuck, live from the Dirty, you get the 15 seconds.
Morning, Coach, crew. Yeah, how about getting that final kick? Final goal, 45 plus 3 going into 4. So it was literally the last kick of the match. But as nice as that one was, it was still frustrating with the Man City match. The other one as well. We had in the PSG, we had 62 total shots and 1 goal. So moving on, excited about today. Yeah, big weekend coming up. Friday 5-pack right around the corner. So, hey, big things coming.
Charles, it's only 15 seconds, not 15
I know.
minutes.
My clock, I didn't have it up.
I love this crew so very much. All right, let's get into it. We got a full hour here on Stadium, and I'm telling you right now, tonight, it's a pivotal matchup in the AFC East. I'm not joking. 2 1-1 teams. The Patriots lost in overtime last week, or they would have been 2-0. The Jets went to Tennessee. and they won by a touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 2 touchdown passes. They are favored by 6 at home on the money line. The Patriots, if you so choose, plus 225. The total, a robust 38.5. And can I point out, it's pretty cool that seeing that Prime Video logo, Thursday Night Football, on the same channel that we're on right now. Very, very cool. DG, I want to start with you because the Jets, I'm a little surprised, to be honest with you, with the start that the Patriots had, beating Cincinnati and then losing to Seattle in overtime, that they're getting 6 points tonight. Start us off.
I think it has to be the home slate right there for the Jets. I don't know if it's the trust in Aaron Rodgers or what it is. I am on the Patriots. I'll get that play a little bit later, but I love the Patriots in this spot just because that total is so low and they're getting so many points. I think they can keep up just enough to keep it close, but I expect a very sluggish game, we'll say.
I have to agree with you. And Raphael, sluggish or slow moving or trying to stay close to the vest, what do you see tonight?
Well, 50% of the money coming in this game is the plus points, the +6. One Vegas book has 6.5. So keep an eye out for that because we all know favorite and over are usually the primetime games. I don't see that much favorite money coming in. Even though people are taking the money line at plus 275, I think 70% of the money line bets, of course, on the favorite. Everyone's pounding the under. So I'm sure the books would need the over. I'm hoping for an over game because I'm tired of under primetime games.
You almost seem like your energy this morning. Are you a little negative today, Raphael? Are you in a good mood, or I feel like you're having under energy today?
Haven't slept, so just trying to cruise to Monday.
Gosh, you're up 24/7, always grinding it out, just like
Politics
my man.
are killing me, Coach. Politics are killing me.
If you guys didn't know, we've got the greatest odds maker in the world on our crew, but it also means he has to do presidential odds. He's got to do Emmy odds, all the stuff he doesn't want to do, except for what he does for us. Now, Seabass, let me come over to you because in the chat, they're talking about the lock of the night is the Pats team total under 16.5. What do you think about that?
You know, I don't know that Curmudgeon Raphael has the same sort of ring as Curmudgeon Chris, but yeah, I'm not looking forward to no sleep either coming soon. But as far as that total goes, listen, it's going to be a ball control game, I think, for the Patriots tonight. But the home opener for the Jets, I think they really want to come out. So I'm actually opposite of you guys. I like the Jets a lot tonight.
You do?
I do.
Big Chuck, respond to that, sir.
Well, if we're going to see points, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised this total keeps creeping down. So I wouldn't be surprised if we may see an over just like that Seahawks. And if you like the Jets, you may see some points. I think that kind of correlates together. I think a lower scoring game kind of favors the Patriots. So, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to the Jets. Like I said, it's their first home game. As long as it stays over, I think they have a chance of covering. But it's been, the trend's been unders and dogs in these prime times. So we shall see.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It's been primetime unders. It's been primetime dogs. Tony says, I see Rodgers throwing a lot tonight. We shall see. But, gentlemen, we got to get to our straight picks later in the show. If you're just joining us for the very first time, first of all, welcome. We do the straight picks here. We do the props in a little section we call Prop It Up just after the bottom of the hour. But a man who loves the Jets for the game and also for the first quarter is my man Seabass. Start us off.
I'm on the Jets here. I just briefly touched on it, but this is the home opener for the Jets. Rodgers needs to win over this fan base and this team. And because it just doesn't seem so likely, that's really the big reason why I'm on this. So we'll give it the first quarter, see how it goes. But I really like the Jets to win this game.
So the Jets to win the game, Jets in the first quarter laying that half a point. We had a nice little first quarter bet last week, and the Texans decided to score the first play of the second quarter. Hopefully that doesn't happen for Seabass tonight, that he gets screwed over after 15 minutes into the second. But speaking of second, Raphael, you like points in the second half. Tell me why.
I think both teams are going to want to try to establish the run early. So that makes a boring first half. So I think all the points will be scored in the second half. The Jets' first 2 games, they've had more points in the second half than first half. Rodgers plays better in the second half, always played better in the second half throughout his whole career. I just think we're going to see more points in the second half. 18.5, a little bit too low. I thought it was going to be around 19.5, 20. I think we're getting good value. I think we see second half points, especially in the fourth quarter. It's going to be a close game. fourth quarter is probably going to produce the most points.
Let's take a quick left turn and go from football to football. And by the way, every single Friday, my man Charles has a 5-pack from 5 of the biggest leagues in the world. Today, Champions League. It's a different kind of vibe this year, a different way of doing it. I don't know if I like it, but playing on a Thursday, I'll take it. Let's do your first one, Feyenoord and Leverkusen. Let's start there, Chuck.
The first week of Champions League wraps up today with Dutch side Feyenoord, who have entered this contest having scored in every match this season and averaged 2.3 team goals per outing, while Bundesliga champs Bayer Leverkusen have especially enjoyed taking road trips with their away matches averaging 5 total goals, and the Black and Reds average 3.5 team goals. I have a 1-3 type projection in this one, so I'm going to back the over 3 full-time goals as we get the day started in the Champions League at 12:45 p.m. Eastern.
Did you just say you have a 1-3? Is that what you said?
That's correct, because the home side is the 1 and then Leverkusen's 3. That's the way they form.
I understand how it works, Charles.
I was just explaining it for the audience.
Yeah, my bad. Educate and entertain.
Yeah, educate and
That's
entertain.
why I take
there
a
you
step
go.
back. Yeah, my bad. That's on me. Now, the reason we threw soccer in between all that is because I wanted all that Jets talk to resonate with you, because my man DG is on completely the other side. So let's start with the Patriots, and then there's a nice little fascinating college football game tonight. You're up, DG.
The Patriots have honestly hung in every single game they played so far this year. They're going to grind it out, and it's going to be a very sluggish game. But I just like the offense from the Jets, and I think that the Patriots can keep it just close enough. And if you want to look at this in a different way, I know FanDuel has a boost, which is 50% boost, that you could actually take plus 7.5 at even money. And so that's something you're interested in. Go ahead and use your boost and go ahead and jack it all up. But I'm going to go Patriots plus 6.5, and then we're going to go USA. Yeah, okay. So the University of South Alabama versus App State. We're going to go over 13.5 first quarter points at minus 115. These defenses suck, but the offenses are pretty good. Gio Lopez for USA, and then Joey Aguilar going for App State. Both are decent quarterbacks. Both teams can score, but they also have terrible defenses, like I said. So I'm going to go ahead and expect a lot of points early at over 13.5 first quarter points at minus 115.
I love these first quarter point bets. B. Mills says Charles quoting educate and entertain the coach is hilarious. Charles, I got 2 parlays from the Champions League if you'd like to put me in my place even more, sir.
I wouldn't say that, Coach, but yeah, I definitely have some parlays. First up, Champions League parlay, Bayer Leverkusen, first half team total over half a goal, and Barcelona, first half team total over half a goal. The juice was just too high for each, and I especially like them to get on the board in the first half, so we can get that at around a plus 125. Shop around for your best pricing. Lastly, I like both teams to score at least 2 goals. Bayer Leverkusen team total over 1.5, and Barcelona team total over 1.5. That's anywhere plus 140, plus 135. Just shop around and get your best number. But yeah, a way that we avoid the high juices, we can kind of combine those together.
And we should have hit it yesterday. I mean, Celtic did their part, but PSG decided to miss every shot that they had in that game yesterday. But today,
very frustrating.
Yeah, it was very frustrating. I was screaming at the walls as I was sitting in here sending emails out, as I do every single day. By the way, some people are asking about start times. There are 2 games at 12:45 Eastern. Thank you, Omar. And then the rest of the games are at 3 p.m. Eastern time today. The Feyenoord game is one of those 12:45s. Gentlemen, well done. Good start. We are live every single morning on Stadium. We love being partners with them. Still to come, we're going to really educate and entertain. Is Eli Manning truly a Hall of Famer? And also an early look at the no-fly zone. Where else do you want to start your day? It is DTL Live on Stadium. We continue on here on our YouTube page, and as always on an NFL Thursday, we've got a little something for you, courtesy of our friends over at DraftKings. We got to call this the Patriot side of the parlay. Here are the 3 choices, plus 315, plus 425, plus 550. DG, I want you to start us off. Which one of these do you like?
I think I double muted myself. Wow.
Thank God. I thought it was my equipment again. I was like, oh, my God. All right, go.
Yeah, my stuff wouldn't turn on right. But I'm going to go the first one, plus 315. I just like that number, but also Stevenson getting in, and then the low number for Brissett.
Seabass, talk to me.
I, too, am going to take the top one because I like the Jets to win tonight. So I'm going to take all the points I can get for the Patriots at plus 10.5. Ramondre Stevenson, I've got to play on him later, so stay tuned. And 150 passing yards seems doable against this Jets defense, so I'll take that.
Raphael, what do you got?
Give me the middle. I'll take the Patriots plus the 6. I really like the percent 150 plus passing yards, and Stevenson's definitely going to get it. I'll take the plus 425.
Guys are very straight and to the point today. Charles, what do you have, sir?
Make that a trifecta on option A. I definitely like the Patriots getting plus 10.5. I think Ramondre Stevenson can get a touchdown, and Jacoby Brissett can I think he can wheel out 150 yards passing. So, yeah, plus 315 sounds good to me.
I think I'm with the guys on the 315 because I love the Patriots tonight, and Ramondre Stevenson is just a good bet on an anytime touchdown. The one I really worry about, to be honest, because I'm listening to the guys, and I think it's going to be sluggish, and I think it's going to be slow, is the Jacoby Brissett over 150 passing yards. That's the one that worries me the most, but I've got to take that because I need the points. You can play all of these over at DraftKings. Use that promo code COMBINE. And if you bet $5, you get $250 in bonus bets and 1 month of NFL Plus Premium as well. Big Chuck, I'm still sitting over here as I kind of lick my wounds, so to speak, but I'm going to try to continue on if that's all right with you, sir. Do we do
Absolutely, that? Coach. Absolutely.
We're back live on Stadium in 5 seconds. Welcome back to DTL in the morning on Stadium and also simulcast on our YouTube page. I got the best crew in the business, Big Chuck, Seabass, DG, Raphael. They're all here. Producer man behind the scenes making the show look like $1 million. Shout out to AB for all the graphics and everything he does as well. It's kind of starting to feel like home, isn't it, guys? Every day on Stadium, turn on Amazon Prime, wherever, YouTube TV. I don't think we're on Twitch, DG. I saw you put that in the chat. I don't, unless you have your own Twitch. I don't have a Twitch.
Somebody
now, Coach.
Yeah, somebody sends a message. I think it's on there. I don't know Twitch, but I saw it come through.
Really?
I think so.
Interesting. Interesting. So I guess
Twitch is still around.
All the gamers use it, Raphael. All the game.
It's on MySpace too, Coach.
Well, I tell you what, I love absolutely being on all these different platforms. Also, when you speak of love, how about Jordan Love? Reports coming out yesterday that he is hopeful. They used the word hopeful that he could play on Sunday. He was supposed to be out for weeks. DG, do you buy this at all?
BS. I'm looking for my BS button. There is zero chance they put Jordan Love out here to play. Zero chance. He is your best quarterback. He is your franchise quarterback. You just got a game. You just won. If you could just break even and him come back 3 weeks later, I think that's overall win. And so, honestly, I think he comes back in maybe the 4th or 5th week. So I expect them to go at least 2-2. And so there's no way he comes back this week. This is completely BS.
Matty I says, DG got that good medication today. They're noticing. And by the way, DG, you were correct. Producer man just told me we are on Twitch. We are on Twitch, so you are correct. Surprised Soupy didn't try to get one over on you, but he's not in the chat today, so we can take strays at him, and nobody even will know. Seabass, do you agree with DG that this is all BS? It was just some writer saying, yeah, walking through the locker room going, hey, Jordan Love, yeah, we hope to play. It could have been something like that.
It could have, but yeah, I don't think he plays at all. DG mentioned already. He's your franchise quarterback. Why are you going to risk something like that in a game that at this point in the season, I don't want to say it's insignificant because all the games count, but you don't want to risk a further injury and lose him for a significant time. I don't think he plays at all.
No question. And all you got to do is look back at the last couple of years. 9-8 could get you into the playoffs. This is week 3. So Raphael, somebody in the chat said, I'm trying to find it here, said he looked pretty good. James says, I wouldn't say it's BS. He looked pretty good moving around yesterday. Your thoughts?
I'm still trying to think if I like sick DG or healthy DG, but I think this is BS as well. There's no way they're going to put him out against the Titans. I'm glad AB's not on here, but the Titans are really not that good of a team. Why put him out against this team when you can just skate through and try to get a W on the road? This is someone in Green Bay, a reporter, saying this so they can trump that the Milwaukee Brewers are now in the playoffs just to make the NFL and the headlines all over the place. So this is someone just trumping the Milwaukee Brewers for clinching the division because they need the NFL on the top line every day, 365 days a year.
Much like us, when we talk NFL, our ratings go up. But
I agree. Sorry. Damn, fired again.
Ruining my flow. Raphael's brand within the brand. If you know, you know. Charles, let me come over to you, big boy. You also got to look at their opponent. And their opponent is a team that's lost to the Bears and lost to the Jets. And I think Green Bay could beat them without Jordan Love. Doesn't that play in?
Absolutely. I think they're just trying to take attention away. The Packers just playing a little gamemanship, saying that so that way the Titans can they have to kind of put a focus on that in practice and not have the complete book on Malik Willis, even though they already know everything about him. So I think that's just an attempt for them to kind of take the spotlight off on Malik, kind of put it more on Jordan Love, but he's not playing. So I think that's just some grandstanding, a little way to get Packers playing a little game with the Titans.
Packers playing a little game with the Titans. By the way, you guys, I mentioned Soupy catching strays out in this world today. Liddy is the latest. He goes, Soupy does not use Twitch. He prefers mute. If you know, you know. Now, Raphael, you're our numbers guy for a reason. And I'm starting with you because we knew this day would come. And there's only 12 quarterbacks in the history of the NFL that have won multiple Super Bowls. Only 12. But the other numbers for Eli Manning are what they are. The list came out. There are 16 first-time names on there. Eli Manning is clearly the biggest one. The simple question today is this. Is he a Hall of Fame quarterback? Does he get in first ballot?
Yes, he's a Manning. He's the fan. The NFL family is Manning. Archie Manning is in there. Arch, the kid in Texas, is going to be a Hall of Famer. They'll probably put Coop in the Hall of Fame because he's a Manning. Yeah, I have no problem putting Eli because he beat Tom Brady the undefeated season. That probably gives him the biggest push. So I have no issue with Eli Manning. He's won 2 Super Bowls. Now, you know how hard it is to win 2 Super Bowls? He's like, unless you're a coach with Patrick Mahomes, who's probably going to have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Eli has 2, and not that many quarterbacks can say have 2. Dan Marino, which he has 1.
That's very true. DG, your thoughts?
I think they have to have somebody who is the name of the Hall of Fame every year. And so I'm curious if that's the reason that he gets in the first ballot. I think he's deserving, but I think he's also a name. And so with that being said, it's hard to pass on a Manning, no matter if he fumbles a speech and he went to Ole Miss. But I do believe that he is a good enough quarterback stats-wise to make it as a Hall of Famer, especially a first ballot.
The other names are Luke Kuechly, Terrell Suggs. So DG's argument could be a good one. There's not a real marquee name, Seabass. So Eli, and we all know he's the toast of the town because the Mannings are in every commercial, every show, and this just feels like this should happen too.
T-Sizzle's a name, but we're talking about Eli today. Listen, I'm curmudgeon Chris again. I never liked this guy, ever. And to come out in the draft and say, listen, I'm not going to San Diego, I think put a bad taste in my mouth from the very beginning. But I heard somebody say a while back when a different player having a Hall of Fame conversation, can you tell the story of the NFL without Eli Manning? And you just can't. I mean, stats-wise, he's not the greatest. He's not the worst. He's got decent numbers. But that taking out the Patriots in their undefeated season to beat them in the Super Bowl, the David Tyree catch, the was it Manningham catch on that sideline? Raphael said of those 2 Super Bowls, yeah, he's definitely getting in. You can't tell that story without Eli Manning.
Charles, I got about 20 seconds. Your thoughts?
Eli's 100% getting in the Super Bowl. He beat the Patriots twice in the Super Bowl, ended that 17-game winning streak. Plus, he played 210 straight games. Don't play with Eli like that. He's definitely getting in the Hall of Fame.
Don't play with Eli like that. Soupy says Eli's a lock. Discussion over. Well, for right now, the discussion is over because we're going to turn our attention to tonight. Thursday Night Football, and the quarterbacks, Jacoby Brissett, Aaron Rodgers. But how do we play the interception props? Where are they going to throw the ball? You know there's only one no-fly zone.
Welcome to the No-Fly Zone. My name is Alan Bell, and let's find out who's throwing a pick tonight. First up, take Jacoby Brissett, quarterback, New England Patriots. On the left, you see the New York Jets secondary rankings, 22, 26, 10, 7, 23, and 4. You could read those, won't go through all of it, but what I will say is the Jets can pick you deep, but have problems up front. Take a look at Jacoby Brissett. This is against the Seattle Seahawks from this season. And you see Jacoby Brissett in the Patriots offense is a 10 yards in passing attack. The run sets up the pass. If there were ever a quarterback for a 15 completions, 27 attempts, average game, it is Jacoby Brissett. This is it right here. The name of the game for the Jets is to sell out, stopping Ramondre Stevenson in the run, and force Jacoby Brissett to beat you in the air. Jacoby can't throw it left to right. You see the offense is built actually to go across the middle, quick slants, ins. They'll throw some outs as well, but it's a rather safe offense. They want to run first. Now we take a look at Brissett. There's trouble everywhere. If he goes deep, it is going to get picked off. Danger areas here on the left intermediate and then the short right, because if the Jets can stop the run, they can jump a route and pick it and take it to the house. Long story short, Jacoby Brissett is throwing a pick tonight. Look for the Jets to sell out, stopping the run, and force him to beat them in the air, which I don't think that he can do. You could get Jacoby around even money to throw an interception tonight, so we don't have to play multiple there. Take him. Brissett's throwing a pick. Now, let's take a look at Aaron Rodgers here, okay? Aaron can make every throw in the NFL, but you see him. This was week 2 last week, the Jets against the Titans, and you see Aaron Rodgers again. It's a pretty safe offense. They run the ball as well, looking to set up the pass, but they can also obviously attack with Aaron and his arm. You see the Patriots secondary rankings, pretty good deep, not so good short. Aaron Rodgers is going to pick them apart, but you're looking at a game where his attempts could be limited, not only because the Jets do like to run the football and use that to set up the pass, but if they're playing with a lead, they will absolutely let Breece Hall run the football and keep it safe, because without turning it over, the Jets and Aaron Rodgers usually win. All right, if Rodgers goes deep left, goes deep right, that's going to be trouble, but he might not take many shots. Short right, that could be trouble as well, but we are not taking Aaron Rodgers to throw a pick because it could be a ground game for the Jets.
A rare night where we don't play both quarterbacks to throw an interception. Do not forget, you can get the no-fly zone and all the other Thursday Night Football breakdown tonight. DTL Primetime Live at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We are preempted on Stadium, but we will still be live on our YouTube page. Gentlemen, I only got about 40 seconds, so DG, I got to come to you. Do you agree? Jacoby Brissett, whenever you say his name, it's like, do you like him to throw an INT tonight?
Sorry, I'm trying to use this other mute button so I don't cough. But yeah, I do believe that Jacoby Brissett is not to be trusted. I think he's going to have to throw it up. I think they're going to be behind, but that comes more passes for sure.
Seabass, your thoughts?
Looking at AB's no-fly zone there, I didn't see any green on the page. So, yeah, I think he's definitely going to throw an interception tonight.
Raphael.
I don't see any interceptions. It's going to be a run-heavy game. I think the running ball, both running backs on both sides run the ball all game long.
No doubt. Chuck, 5 seconds.
Yeah, I'm not saying if anyone's going to throw it, it's going to be Jacoby.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of just dump offs to the left and right. I mean, that's why we do the no-fly zone. Nobody else does it like we do right here, thanks to AB. Still to come on the other side, we cross the bottom of the hour. It's time to prop it up. What props are going with tonight? We'll show you. We are live every morning at 10 a.m. right here on Stadium. We continue on here on our YouTube page. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the Patriots parlays. We also have the other side, the Jets Jets, parlays. Here are the choices. Of course, at DraftKings, 5, you get 250. Use that promo code Combine. Plus 205, plus 455, or plus 675. But oh my goodness, you got to get up to 250 if you want that one. DG, where are you going?
There's no chance that I see Aaron Rodgers throwing for 250 yards. So I have to go with one of the first two. I like Breece Hall better than Garrett Wilson. So I'm going to go the first one at plus 205.
Sometimes it's about getting the biggest number, but also you got to hit something that you think is going to hit. And I agree. I would go plus 205 too. I love the Breece Hall. And I mean, that's the bare minimum, Seabass, that I could go with Aaron Rodgers is 200.
I don't think so. I'm all over the Jets tonight, and I'm usually pretty risk averse like Aaron Rodgers when we come to these parlay cards. But tonight, I'm going all out. Give me the plus 675, Jets -6, Hall anytime TD, and Rodgers is going to have a game tonight.
Wow.
Just because.
Wow. Look at Seabass going crazy. Raphael, what about you?
Aaron Rodgers hasn't thrown 250 plus since week 6 in 2022. There's no way that happens. I'm taking the first one, Jets money line, and I'm sweating the Rodgers 200 passing yards on that profit. I'll take the first one.
That's been a minute. Charles. That's why he's the numbers guy. Your thoughts?
I'm just trying the middle. Yeah, give me the Jets money line. With our first one with the Patriots getting plus 10.5, I think Breece Hall gets a touchdown. And I think Aaron Rodgers can muster at least 200 passing yards.
It's so interesting to see all the different takes. Aaron says, play them all. I'm not going to play them all. But Joe says, I'm team Seabass. Seabass, you got some people that are willing to bet with you tonight, big boy. So they're all in on curmudgeon Chris right now.
May I chime in real quick?
No, you cannot.
Okay.
We are getting to the end of our break here on YouTube. When we come back, it's time to talk props. We're back live on Stadium in 5 seconds. All right, welcome back to DTL Live. We're here every single weekday morning at 10 a.m. on Stadium. Also simulcast for you OGs on our YouTube page. We continue on. We're just past the bottom of the hour. 10:30 in the East, 7:30 out here on the West Coast where I sit every single day. Now, Seabass, I want to start with you because somebody in the chat said, what about Breece Hall under 63.5 rushing yards? Well, I don't know about that, but you have a stat that you do like with Breece Hall. Start us off. Give me both of yours, please.
I like Breece Hall here over 4.5 receptions. We've already talked about Aaron Rodgers being a conservative pass rusher. Breece has hit this number in 8 of his last 10 games. He's gone 5 and 7 receptions in the 2 games this year. I look for more of Aaron Rodgers to check down to Breece Hall tonight and have a big game on the receiving side. Now we go to the other side of the field. Ramondre Stevenson over 16.5 rushing attempts. He's been killing that this year as well. He's got 25 and 21. One of the other reasons I really like this line and this number is most of these books have this at -130. We've talked about the Patriots having a ground control game tonight, not letting Jacoby Brissett get them in trouble. But you can find this on FanDuel at +102. So give me Ramondre Stevenson.
Wow. So some books have it at -130 and other ones have it +102?
Yes, sir.
Shop around. If you know, you know. Raphael tells you that all the time. Now, speaking of Raphael, somebody in the chat says, I like how you're thinking, Raphael. Raphael, what are you thinking?
I am thinking slide points tonight. I don't need style. I need slide points today. I'm going for the kicker today. Hey, give me a kicking prop. I'll take the over 6.5 points, even money with Mr. Slide. He's hit this back-to-back game. And last year, he played for the Commanders. Commanders couldn't score. This year, he's going to hit it 3 straight times. So I'm going for slide points today.
Does anybody else find it comical when Raphael tries to sound cool? Anyone else? Raise your hand.
It can never be cool.
Now, you're cool to me, Raphael. I can't do this without you, big boy. Can't do it without you. Now, DG, you're also on a kicking prop tonight, but yours is different because if you hit 6 points, you will cash, unlike Raphael, but extra points do count, I believe. Correct, Raphael, for yours? Yes. All right. DG, how is yours different?
Yeah, we're going to go with Braden Narvison of the Green Bay Packers. You're going to go over 1.5 field goals. It's at +110, and I couldn't believe it. He's going against the Titans. Listen, the Titans last year, They allowed 15 of 17 games, 2+ field goal attempts. They've already had this one game this year. Last week against the Jets, they didn't, but it was an ugly game. Sorry, not against the Jets. But I will say that this week they had some of the model at 2.5 field goals made. I think Green Bay is going to keep kicking, especially with a backup quarterback, because no, it's BS. Jordan Love is not playing. I'm going to go with Braden Arvison over 1.5 field goals at plus money at plus 110.
So that is not on the game tonight, correct?
That's correct. He plays Sunday.
Thank you, DG, for staying on brand.
So,
Charles, can we get back to the game tonight, please? And you are falling in line with Seabass.
Piggybacking off what Seabass is feeling, Breece Hall to get over 31.5 receiving yards. He got 8 targets against the Titans and 52 receiving yards. And we saw how the Jets, we saw the Seahawks attack this Patriots defense through the air. So I think my man Breece is going to get at least 4 or 5 catches, and he'll get us at least 32 receiving yards.
My man Breece. You guys are all feeling yourselves today. Big Cheesy says Raphael doesn't have to try to be cool, coach. And then Austin, the line of the day, says, it's like listening to your dad tell a joke before he gives you your allowance. You laugh, but you don't really mean it. Austin, that's exactly what it feels like.
No respect.
No respect at all for you, Raphael, but I'm going to allow you to go first because when you talk about these two quarterbacks, we've seen the no-fly zone, but when we look at their comparisons, they look a little something like this through 2024. People love Raphael to bet on quarterback props, but through 2 games, Aaron Rodgers hasn't even got to 350, and Jacoby Brissett, don't even talk about him. What do you see when you compare these two?
That's going to be a bad day for quarterbacks because we're not going to see that much of them. I think it's just going to be a run-happy game. Just to see 343 for passing yards for Aaron Rodgers just shocks me. But we keep on forgetting that he didn't play last year. He played 4 snaps. If you really want to look into dissecting his stats, you have to go back to 2022 when he was with the Packers. And he didn't even have good stats in the last 6 games when he was with Green Bay. So I just think it's going to be a very low-key quarterback play today. Very run happy, very screen happy a game. So hopefully those screen passes and run game produce points.
Now, John DG says in the chat, and this is why we do the no-fly zone, and this is why we do the quarterback comparison, because, yes, we believe in AB. Yes, that's what it says. But John says the 0 interceptions for Jacoby Brissett sticks out. 0 through the first 2 games.
I don't think he's taken many chances with the ball, and that's why I think that we could be right on this with no interception. I think Raphael and Chuck were both on that, but I just think that they're going to eventually be behind, so he might have to take some chances. But this is going to be a ground game, and I do think it does stick out where he's playing a safe game, and I think that's where Gerard Mayo wants him to be at. Is be a more safe quarterback. Keep us in the game and let us kind of have a chance in the fourth quarter instead of just kind of shooting us in the foot early on.
Yeah, John agreed with you. He said neither of them take shots. So, Seabass, as we come over to you, it's so easy to just go, man, we got to bet everything Aaron Rodgers. But it's so hard for us as a quarterback starts to get older or comes off an injury to separate the name with where he's at. Your take?
It is hard to take out what we've known from a quarterback to have and apply it to where they are at today, especially like an Achilles injury. We're looking at it with Kirk Cousins as well down in Atlanta. However, there comes a time when everybody in the world thinks that they know what is going on and what's going to happen. And today, all we've talked about is the run game. And I'm going opposite. I'm going the other way. I think Rodgers is going to have a big game. I think we're going to see big time yardage. He's going to get Lazard involved, Wilson involved, Breece Hall coming out of the backfield. We just said check down passes. I think it's going to be a good passing game for Aaron Rodgers. So I'm looking at it a lot.
Charles, is curmudgeon Chris just trying to be different, or is he onto something?
Oh, he's definitely onto something, and something that really stuck out to me. Especially with Brissett, look at those attempts. He doesn't have many yards, so it means he probably doesn't have many attempts. He had 24 against the Bengals and 27 last week, and he's getting under 27.5 right now on our friends over at DraftKings. So, yeah, you may want to look at the attempts for Mr. Jacoby Brissett as they try to run the ball against this Jets defense.
Maybe that's a hashtag stay on your toes play. Who knows? Thank
Possibly.
you very much, Charles. Now, let's look at some key players And we got to move this along a little bit quicker. The rushing prop lines, Ramondre Stevenson, he's going to get a big load tonight. Look at his numbers. These are the props that you can bet on over at DraftKings. Breece Hall, he's dynamic. Seabass, I want to start with you because you're on Breece Hall tonight.
I am on Breece Hall tonight, but I'm on his receptions, his rush yards. I'm not even going to touch. I'm going to go with Ramondre Stevenson and those rush yards. I like his attempts, as I mentioned earlier, and I'm going to take his over on rush yards as well.
Joe says Seabass is the MVP of the show today. You're the MVP, Seabass. That's what they say. That's what they're all saying. DG, when you look at these, I don't like that anytime touchdown number at all.
No, definitely not for Breece Hall. I'm going to stay away from that as far as I can, kind of like COVID. It's kind of just icky. I don't like it. But I do like the Ramondre Stevenson longest rush at over 15.5. He's hit this in both games. The Jets also can give up some big rushes. And so I expect him to hit this number at 16 or more. Pretty good here.
We've seen a lot of running backs kind of start to come back this year, Raphael. Is the running back coming back with all of these low totals and points so far?
Well, if you had Icky in your DTL parlay, cash it. I think Stevenson is just going to be feeding all game. I like the plus points. I think the run game is going to keep. But the running back is pretty much the star of the NFL weeks 1 and 2. We've seen names that we didn't think we were going to see. So Stevenson is one of them. He's going to feed a lot tonight.
Robbie Hockey says use a 50% boost on Hall anytime touchdown. You can get it down to minus 110. Something to think about. Charles?
That's a nice one. I also like the Ramondre because he's had touchdown in both weeks. So getting plus money for Mr. Stevenson to get a touchdown, I think that's some nice value in this game.
Joe says shout out to Icky Woods. If that was on your bingo card today, wow. And Icky Woods. That's right. Let's all do it. Let's all do it. As producer man puts up
UNLV grad.
He had to do it.
He had to do it. He just had to do it. Where did he go, Raphael?
I'm not speaking right now, but UNLV.
Tonight, Garrett Wilson. He is dynamic. He is frustrated. He has not had a quarterback that can rival his talent until maybe right now. Now, these anytime touchdowns for Hunter Henry. Yeah, he's on the side. This is the only comparison we can make on the Patriots side, DG.
Yeah, just like your smooth transitions, Raphael's got a smooth criminal. I'm going to go with Hunter Henry over 3.5 receptions. I think he's going to be a check down machine, and he's been really good this season because he's healthy. So go Hunter Henry over 3.5 receptions.
All right. If you're going to have, Raphael, a short pass game, certainly you have to look at the tight end, yes?
Yeah, maybe we'll see this in the gem tonight. I'm just maybe putting that out early. But, yeah, I agree. I think the tight end would be key for the Patriots. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens in tonight's game.
I was just checking our email for Primetime Live. I didn't see a Seabass email from last night, so I think we're good. What do you make of these two?
Yeah, Garrett Wilson, I'm rolling. I'm just going to keep rolling with it. Breakout game for the Jets, breakout for Rodgers, breakout for Wilson. I went big on the parlay. Give me Garrett Wilson 2+ TDs at plus 1,000.
Wow. Big Chuck, 2+ TDs. What are we doing?
I love it. I think the Seahawks laid down the blueprint on how to attack this Patriots defense. I think my man Bryce Wilson's going to have a big game coming out. DK and then Jigba got 22 targets last week. So I think Garrett has a big game tonight.
All right. I love that a lot. Look at that perfect timing, gentlemen. That is excellent producing. AB with the graphics. Raphael being Raphael. But those are key matchups. We'll break down all of them tonight on DTL Primetime Live at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Once again, we are preempted on Stadium tonight, but we'll have a full show. Don't even worry about it right here on our YouTube page. Now, a lot of things in the chat. We'll try to get to a couple of questions. And also, if you were not here at the top of the hour at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, what in the world were you doing? We know you got a life. We know you got jobs. We will recap all of our picks, a little something we like to call the whip around. It's DTL in the morning right here on Stadium. We continue on here on our YouTube page, and there are a lot of degenerates out there. A lot of you that just can't wait for the full game to get paid out in your little queue. So over at DK, we got some first half bets. DG, I want to start with you. We got Patriots plus 3.5, maybe a team total over 7.5. That hook gets me. Or on the Jets side, minus 3.5 with the hook and team total over 10.5. Where would you head, sir?
I'm going to go to Patriots plus 3.5 at minus 115. I think they keep it within a field goal in the first half. Like Raphael was saying, there are going to be more points in the second half.
Seabass.
Let's keep it rolling, guys. Jets team total over 10.5, even money. We're going to see some touchdowns. Aaron Rodgers is going to do it tonight. He just is.
On brand. Big Chuck, where are you going?
Right there with you, Seabass. Jets team total over 10.5. We've been seeing these home teams putting up at least 11 points in the first half of these primetime games.
Action Jackson says that hook is so crucial. Action, I agree with you. I hate the hook in every single play we see on the screen right now, which is why they put it there. Raphael, your thoughts?
Low Killer likes the Patriots plus 3.5 minus 3 nickels. It's because of that half a point. I could see 6-3 at halftime.
Wow. I agree with you, DJ. That's a DJ. DG. That is
Go
a big
DJ.
time. Wow. No, DJ. Yeah. We don't want to use jokes from 6 months ago. If I had to go, I got to take the Patriots plus 3.5. I've got to look at what they did the first 2 weeks. The Bengals nearly beat the Kansas City Chiefs. The Patriots went to Cincinnati and beat them by 8. Then last week, Seattle, which I think is going to be a playoff team, they took them to overtime. The Patriots are much better than people think that they are. I would take them plus the 3.5 in the first half tonight. And I'm sure we'll have much more spirited discussion later tonight on DTL Prime Time Live. Now, still to come, we've got your crew selection. What are we playing together? It might surprise you, or maybe it won't because you guys voted on it also. The whip around. We're back on Stadium live in 5 seconds. Welcome back to DTL in the morning. A great way to get your day started. Also, for those of you watching on our YouTube page, simulcast, I need you to make this a part of your morning. When you come in, hit that like button for us, and then come in and just start talking away. You guys are popping this morning, but it really helps the show grow. So hit that like button for us. We would really, really appreciate it. All right. Never forget about baseball. Last night, it was like pulling teeth to watch the New York Yankees score 2 runs. That's it. But who's going to hit home runs today? Well, Aaron Judge and Juan Soto, they were awful last night in the win. But I think today in Seattle, they come back strong, plus 170. How about Bryce Harper, Peter Alonso? The Mets have been scoring a lot of runs lately. Mookie Betts, Shohei looking for 50-50. Are you serious right now? And then how about Suzuki and Sapporo between the Nationals and the Cubs? And then the Giants, Orioles, they're really stubbing their toe. Conforto and Yastrzemski at plus 320. Big Chuck, as always, start us off.
Yeah, give me Bluff Charge Bryce and Pistol Pete plus 170. I'm loving runs in this game. So, yeah, for show purposes, Bryce and Pistol Pete plus 170.
Boom and boom. Seabass.
I'm going to take Mookie Betts and Shohei Ohtani. Let's get him up to those home runs and stolen bases tonight.
Wouldn't that be really cool? This guy just continues to do it. He never talks. He's never me. Even when he was a big story, he didn't like it. He moved past that $700 million contract that we forget about because he's earned it. I love the Ohtani story. DG, talk to me.
I'm going to be betting, and probably so is he, on Mookie Betts and Shohei Ohtani at plus 205. I think he's got to go ahead and go get one here.
Now, why did you just have to take a shot like that? He didn't do anything. It was his assistant. Or so they say. Right. Raphael, where are you headed?
I agree. Betts and Ohtani plus 205 is just shocks me the number you can get on this one. How do you forget about controversy? You go for 50-50. That's how you forget about all the controversy all season long.
Controversy equals cash or something like that, I believe is what they said. All right. Now, we understand we're on for a full hour. We get the fact that maybe if you're not an OG, you can't stay for the whole time, or maybe you came in at 10:30 or 10:40. We get it, but we want to take care of all of you too. We go back through everything. Much quicker, though, and a little something we like to call the whip around. So many on you, so many of you on the home runs as well. So thank you so much for being so interactive with us. It really helps me as the host, and the crew absolutely loves it. It gives us energy. So these are our straight plays for the day. We do this in 10 or 15 seconds, like one nugget. And Seabass, I'm going to start with you because it's the first quarter. It's Thursday Night Football. Let's go.
Coach, I don't know if I'm bringing my sports betting career to an end early or if I'm going to look like a genius, but I'm going to go with genius. Give me the Jets first quarter -0.5 tonight.
Hey, you've certainly gone out on a limb. I will say that. But that's how you make a name for yourself, big boy. That's how you do it. Now, Raphael, you like a second half, and you like points in the second half. Talk to me.
Yeah, Patriots-Jets second half over 18.5, 3 nickels. And my second phone just told me 95% of the money coming in, and the Tennessee Vols just now 95% of the money. That's the highest in both NFL and college this week.
Did you just say your second phone told you that?
Yes.
Oh, my God. He's pulling his classic Adam Schefter flex. All right. Scott Blakely says, despite Raphael today, great show, y'all. From Louisiana. So speaking of
Shout
y'all, oh my God, you guys. Charles, let me come to you. I need all three plays, if you don't mind, in your best y'all Southern accent. Let's go.
Feyenoord, Bayer Leverkusen, Champions League, over 3 full-time goals, 1-3 type score line. Then I have a couple parlays. First is a first half team total, Leverkusen to get at least one first half goal, and Barcelona, and a team total over 1.5 parlay. I have bet Leverkusen scoring at least 2 and Barcelona. I shop around. This is around plus 140.
Can we please get some goals today, early and often? By the
y'all.
way, what'd you say, Charles?
Yeah, y'all.
Joe says that was an awesome shout out, Charles. So was the second one.
I got you.
DG, save me, please. Save me.
I got you some goals, Coach. We're going to go South Alabama App State over first quarter points of 13.5 minus, what is that, a quarter? Then we're going to go to the Patriots at plus 6.5, and this is going to be minus 3 nickels. That's my guy Raphael would say.
All right, quickly, let's go over to the props of the day. And Seabass, you're also on both featured running backs separately. Talk to me.
Together but separate. Yes, Breece Hall over 4.5 receptions today at even money. And then Ramondre Stevenson, Patriots ground game over 16.5 rush attempts. Plus money.
Charles, you like Breece Hall also, but to catch and run the ball.
He got 8 targets and 52 receiving yards last week. I think he gets 4 or 5 catches this week. Well, give me 5 or more catches for Seabass and at least 32 receiving yards.
Big Chuck always finding those little nuggets. I like it a lot. Now, both Raphael and DG, they're on kickers today, but different ways slightly. Raphael, tell me yours.
Kickers have feelings too. I'm taking Sly points. Give me Joey Sly over 6.5 kicking points. Even money. Love that even money.
Daniel Greer, you're up.
Weird to hear you call me that, but I'm going to go with a Sunday game. It's going to be Braden Arvison over 1.5 field goals at plus money at plus 110. But to stay on your toes, this is from our guy at Better Days Ahead. We're going to go Simeon Woods Richardson over 15.5 pitches in the bottom of the first. That's the Twins game.
Very interesting. There was a couple people in the chat that are asking for baseball sides today. And I think all of us, especially on a Thursday when the games are kind of sprinkled throughout the day, and how difficult baseball has been lately, it's just like we want to stay away. We just want to do football. We want to stay away. But we still have Mark in the chat, Better Days Ahead. He's got all of your baseball needs for you. And I believe a couple of you are part of the new venture. Is that right, DG? The new,
Yep.
Yes?
Me and Robbie
Hockey.
Hockey.
What is that all about?
Yeah, so it's a website that kind of holds the plays, gives a little bit of a breakdown, and so you can check it each day. You can see everybody's plays from each analyst that's on there. So it's a really good venture, really good idea that Mark came up with.
All right. I'm sure you say that because you're a part of it. Now, also in the chat, I don't like it when you guys egg my crew on. Like Austin. Big Chuck killing it. Joe, I'm dead. Laughing emoji. Seabass, you're egging him on too. Charles is now in his own world. His own world. Yo, you all. Ha, ha, ha. Ah. Charles, what are we doing?
Just following your lead, coach. Just following your lead.
Raphael, do you feel like you had a good day today?
No, just trying to keep my job. It's all I'm here for, Coach.
Interesting. Raise your hand if you are on DTL Primetime Live tonight. Who's on the show tonight? All right. DG, I'm going to give you the night off just to kind of recover from COVID. Seabass, I know I can't wait for another tailgating video from you. Can you give us a little preview on what you have on tap in the next few days, perhaps?
Yeah, we've got a couple of Monday night games this week. One of those in Cincinnati style chili. I don't know why they put noodles in it, but I'm going to give it a try.
Very interesting. By the way, line of the day. John says, Seabass, you got so many, I lose them. He talks so nice, you can't be mad at him. Phil, you're exactly right. You can never be mad, even when he talks trash. He's so low-key. Now, the Howie Schwab crew play of the day. You guys are following Seabass. I can't believe it. The Jets -6. You voted. That's who you're going with. Seabass, your thoughts that the crew believes in you.
Sometimes, Coach, you just got to go against what the world is telling you. Strike your own path. Go out into the world and be great. And tonight, the Jets are going to be great.
All right. And you just led right into my finish. Go right out into the world, just like Seabass said, and understand that after all of this and all the work we put in and all the fun we have, there's only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. My Tiger Lobo, my man from the Dirty Chuck. Seabass, DG, Raphael, producer man, I'm the coach, AB with the graphics. We are live every single day. We grind for you so we can win with you every single day right here live on Stadium. Good luck.